For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of them. Stay tuned. One to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. Oh, Craig Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the NBA changed the lottery odds in 2019 to encourage competition with conference's least successful teams. But some want even more to be done. They call for eliminating the draft altogether. Another potential solution? A play-in tournament for teams 7 through 10 in each conference, which would eliminate the need for trying not to win as much as possible during the regular season. However done, the league has stated its desire for parity. Kevin?
Great, DA. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Here are the five for the Clippers. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at the five, roaming the paint. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hezonja at the four and Whiteside at the five. And it's Hood in at the three.
The Clippers last year, they scored well. True superstar, but they were aggressive. Case in point, #1 in the league in free throw attempts.
So the Clippers win the tip. Takes the three. No good. So the trail the other way. Often for the Clippers last season, Lou Williams and Gallinari.
That combination was fascinating to watch. When you have guys who can score on all three levels and know how to draw fouls, that puts tremendous pressure on the defense.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got the opening bucket of the night here for the Clippers.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Now here's McCollum. And the rejection by Harrell. And that one is good. And here are the Clippers now.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
They know each other very well, and they'll be getting to know each other a lot better by season's end.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And here's George for 3. They get it back. Harrell and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's McCollum. The dish to Whiteside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Good activity from Whiteside. Aggressive move, draws contact, going to the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Now McCollum, Paul George missing from long range. Whiteside finds McCollum. Lillard outside. And it's off the back rim, no good. Now the Clippers moving it up. It's tipped. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Hood against Harrell. Stolen by Beverly. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Yep, that one goes. And it's a tie ball game.
Always applying the pressure. Beverly loves to attack you defensively and in transition.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Williams for three. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial six-man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out. Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Great showing for him last season. He put in about 28 points per, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Now here's McCollum. Over Williams, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 5 points so far.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Off target from three-point range.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And George gets it to go.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. He's got 5.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
A 3 from Leonard. Rebounded by Hood.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lasagna. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And here is Harrell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. George against Hood. And that one's good, George.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. McCollum up top. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Now, here is George. He has 6. This one for 3. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's McCollum. He's got 6. Lasagna, the pass to McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now, here's Beverly. Right side, George. Beverly against Lillard. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
George against Hood. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning the championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It was a busy rookie season for Landry Shamet. He got off to a hot start in Philadelphia, but was traded near the deadline to the Clippers. Slotted in as a starter there and looked great.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. Good from Shamet. And last year for Shamet, even with the trade from Philadelphia, is still very productive.
Reason why the shooting from outside is what jumps out at you. Rarely do you ever see a rookie come in and shoot over 40% from deep like Shamet did.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
It took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Now here's Little. Releases. Here's Nurkic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And such a polished player near the basket. Nurkic feels comfortable taking those in-close shots.
Here's Shamet. Bazemore grabs the miss. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Here's Zubac, following the score by Damian Lillard. Shamet with it. Here's George. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Portland's gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. Lillard finds Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers. Outside, George. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Beverly against Lillard. And Green gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 2.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
Bazemore dishes to Lillard. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. And Smitty with Beverly and his defense, it's not like he turns it on or off.
Nope, he's always going full speed on defense. It's been his calling card as a player for years now, and it's what he's made his name on in the NBA.
LA's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Now Zubac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now, here's Shamet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nurkic with the block, and he recovers it. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Damian Lillard. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 26 points a game last year. 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Here's Beverly. Portland grabs the miss. Over in the corner, Lillard. Lillard again missing. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. It's deflected, but he gets it back. George buries it from about 10 feet away. George has got 15 points. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Trailing by 2, Nurkic. That shot, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Here's Lillard. The Clippers getting the bucket. A floater, out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. .104 left in the first. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Yusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the King.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. 1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, George. Over in the corner, Zubac. Shamet on the wing. And here's Green outside. Rebound by the Trail.
Right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
The Clippers in the lead. And Beverly kicks to Shamet. An easy 2 points on the layup. Shamet's got 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Beverly against Lillard, and Lillard gets double-teamed. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. He is hauled in by Paul George. Here's Beverly. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles on top, up by 3. And we'll return shortly. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
Even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Green is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
Little passes to Lillard. Shoots. Drained for 2 points. Lillard's got 14 points. Clippers leading by 5. Beverly finds George. Now the pass to Zubac. Here's Shamet. To the inside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Steve, nothing finer than having a star on your team who also makes everyone else feel better, feel involved, right?
You're totally right, Kevin. I talked to a lot of these general managers and owners, and they talk about they're looking for the unselfish star. Not just the star, the unselfish star. And what they mean by that, on the court, off the court, the guy that understands it's about team versus him.
George, no good on the free throw. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard with no one around. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
Leonard on the wing. Over Collins. Los Angeles with another miss.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Pass to Little. Portland needs to get off the shot. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Over in the corner, Williams. And the 3 off target.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
One falls. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And George with the stuff.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
And Bazemore kicks to Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Second chance shot. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game for the Trailblazers. Rodney Hood comes in for Little, and McCollum subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for Nurkic. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And that one's good. Leonard.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Against George. Knocks it loose. Collins dishes to Hood. From outside, off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 21 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
It's not the monster game that we see from him occasionally, but it's still incredibly impressive. In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Williams looking over the floor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Hezonja, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Leonard on the wing. Hezonja defending. Leonard, no luck. Trailblazers trail by 4. Here's Hezonja. Kicks it out to Lillard, and Lillard gets double-teamed. And here's McCollum for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. McCollum's got 9 points.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Lillard. 21 points in the game. He feeds it to McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Yeah, easy call.
Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name on the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. Was the last major free agent to choose where he was going to play. Ended up shaking up the NBA in the process by joining the Clippers.
And he makes the first. And fan heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the players?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to hit more of that. And also, I think, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just to reinforce and stating the rules.
Now here's McCollum, 11 points in the game. To the paint, stolen by George. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Williams against Lillard, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Damian Lillard. So it's Portland now. It's a 5-point game. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. Clock at 6. Back to Whiteside. Great D that time from Harrell. Yep, that one goes in there. Shamet's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
That's a 2 from Hood, and it's sent back by George. Passes to Harrell. George against Hood. Tries it from 19. Williams can't hit.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Here's McCollum. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Clippers leading by 5. Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Whiteside, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Hassan Whiteside, that is nice. The big fella becoming a threat in that area.
And Whiteside sends it back. McCollum with it. Pass to Azania. Good for Sonia. And the rejection by Harrell. A 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Williams. They get it again. Here's George. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. George has got 25 points in the game. McCollum outside. Misses off the left iron.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Now here's Leonard. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And Leonard gets it to go.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
Outside Hood. He kicks it to Tolliver. Here's Hezonja, and the three ball is good. Hezonja's got his second bucket.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
George, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
And here's Whiteside. Hezonja on the wing. Back to Whiteside. Tolliver kicks to Hezonja. No good on that one. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. Second is Paul George.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Harrell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The pass to George. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Lou Williams. Now here's Beverley to the wing on the left. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Now Bazemore. Hezonja, the pass to Bazemore. Shot from the wing. Green with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Beverley finds Leonard. Outside Green. There's the triple. And it's Whiteside. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. Leonard against McCollum. Pass to Whiteside. Hezonja with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Trailblazers trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
This is it to Whiteside. Tolliver dishes to Bazemore. To stop the drought, drills the three-pointer. Bazemore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The smooth lefting stroke of Kent Bazemore. He can hurt you from out there.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. And it's Little in for Hezonja. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. Portland's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. McCollum against Green. Little passes to Tolliver. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded closely. Leonard inside. 16 points for him. Good, nice job down low.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
A 3 from McCollum, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 27 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. After a subpar performance in their previous contest, he has come on strong tonight. His first half, sensational. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
You know what I like about Paul George? He's quietly going about his business. Sometimes he'll take a back seat, but not in this case in the first half. Has the length, the skill, the deep range, matchup nightmare.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from George.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 9 points. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Hazonia at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Outside Hood. Over George. Here's Whiteside. Count the basket. Whiteside's got his second bucket of the night.
I just love that effort by Hassan Whiteside. Focused, and he's a huge threat to score off the miss.
Williams kicks to George. Leonard trying to break, and George with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Now here's Hood. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. McCollum against Williams. Pass to Lillard. 6 to shoot. This is to Whiteside. Over Beverly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Now, here's Lillard. 21 points in the game. McCollum with the ball. Leonard picks him up to stop the run. McCollum, no good.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside gives enough space, waits, elevates, quality block shot by the big fella.
It's McCollum on the wing. He dishes it to Hood. McCollum against George.
He's an aggressive defender with long arms. Montrezl Harrell is always looking to send it back.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. They get a hand on it, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. Clippers leading by 16. Outside Williams. Kicks to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. Here's Harrell. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 18.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
Looking at some numbers for Williams. Good season for him last year. He put up about 20 points per game last season. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
For sure. Things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He always seems to supply points for them in bunches.
Now here's McCollum. 15 points in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Paul George on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Now here's Leonard. Knocked away and stolen by Whiteside. Now here's McCollum. Now the dish to Lillard. Over Beverly. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 23 points for Damian Lillard.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Clippers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
Second free throw, no good.
Well, there's no doubt that Hassan Whiteside makes a major impact when he's on the floor. Great shot blocker, elite rebounder, and the exact presence you want from the center position.
And here is Los Angeles now. They led by as many as 18 points. Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. Here's Harrell. 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's George missing. And Smitty for Whiteside. Being on the floor, not always a guarantee. About 25 minutes a game the last few years.
And that seems low for him, but there are reasons. Sometimes it's foul trouble, or the matchup, or his free throws are an issue. All things considered, if he works at it, he can shore up a few of these areas and stay on the floor longer.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Kevin, I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 23. The pass to McCollum. Over Williams. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles Leafs cut down again to 13 points with the basket from McCollum. Beverly against Lillard. Now here's Beverly. Guarded closely. Williams from outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Good on the wing. Defended by George. Here's Whiteside. And Portland again with the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Outside Williams. Here's Leonard. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question. Toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Rodney Hood, and it's Kent Bazemore in for C.J. McCollum. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. Here's Leonard. Little with the rebound.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
And Nurkic gets it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Shot from the inbound, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
What's up?
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
What's up?
That free throw good for Leonard.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Bazemore for three. It's good from long range. Bazemore's got 6 points. Clippers leading by 11. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Leonard. Over and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 29 points for Leonard. Lillard finds Nurkic. Passes it to Little. Back to Nurkic. And the rejection by Zubac. And he gets it back.
So a moment now to see the story on Yusuf Nurkic. He's coming off an excellent season. 12th in rebounding and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And the first one drops. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Trailblazers. Both shots good from the stripe. And so here are the Clippers. They led by as many as 18 points. Tipped away. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Damian Lillard. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Shoots from the baseline. It's hauled in by Beverly.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Damian Lillard third.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
And he knocks down the first one.
Kent Bazemore, the former National Defensive Player of the Year in college, has a 7-foot wingspan, which gives him a big advantage.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Clippers leading by 8. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. Leonard's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Lillard dishes to Tolliver. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. It's good.
JaMychal Green with the height and the bounce to do some damage inside.
There's the pass to Nurkic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the all you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Los Angeles leading by 12. There's a minute 47 left in the third. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Patrick Beverly is an irritant. You hate playing against him, love playing with him.
For Los Angeles, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season
Take a
ago.
break. Take a
Pretty
break.
reliable
2 shots.
in that regard.
That free throw missing.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 13. Pass to Nurkic. 1:33 left to play in the third. He kicks to Lillard. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 27 points. Los Angeles leading by 11. Leonard on the wing. No good with the layup. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lillard against Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. Over Little. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. And that's now 35 points for Kawhi Leonard. And Lillard kicks to Little. Pass to Bazemore. Now Lillard. Nurkic, the pass to Little. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, let's take a look at Nasir Little. More power and athleticism at this point than skill, wouldn't you say?
I mean, no doubt. As an amateur, he could rely on the physical gifts to dominate. But in the NBA, you have to be able to shoot and handle with confidence. I think Little will get there because he has a tremendous work ethic.
First one falls for him. Mario Hezonja is checked in for Anthony Tolliver. That one is no good. Well, Ivica Zubac may not block a lot of shots, but Smitty, he is still a solid defender.
What Zubac does is a great job of challenging players at the rim and provides great help from the weak side. He does rack up a lot of defensive fouls, but hopefully that decreases with time.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Lillard gets double teamed. Nurkic kicks to Little. 4 on the clock. Back to Nurkic. He's off on that one.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Right now we're playing 10. We're backing down, throwing soft passes and getting us in the hole. Be aggressive.
Typically a measured guy in this approach. Terry Stotts trying to turn up the heat on his guys.
And that's because he knows when his team is attacking, that's when they're able to go on those runs.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Beverly and Shamet in the backcourt together. Jermichael Green is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, down low. The first one falls. And so Bazemore nails both of them. Clinton by 10. And here's Leonard. Here's Zubats. And the pass to Beverly. Tries again. Takes it out to Leonard. Here's Shamet. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
Now, here's Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
Here's Zubats. Outside Leonard. To the middle. Here's Green, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And Portland has possession after the basket by Los Angeles.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
And the Clippers call time here.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Woods checked in for Portland. Collin comes in for Kent Bazemore. The Clippers also changing it up. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Landry Shamet. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Rodney Hood showing off his athleticism with the dunk. I have to love watching this guy play.
George against Hood. And George, here we go. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. George has got 33 points. Beverly against Lillard. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Off target from outside.
This is the guy who had 3 threes in the first half. Since then, still waiting on number 4.
And stolen by Hazonia. To the left side wing. Here's Nurkic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Williams with the ball. The 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard against Beverly. A 3 from McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got the sign now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Los Angeles leading by 10. Pass to George. And again, the Clippers turn it over. The switch here. Whiteside's checked in. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Portland. Hazonia finds Lillard. Back to Hazonia. 5 on the clock. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Hazonia's got it back down to single digits for Portland.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Now here's Beverly. Hazonia defending. Beverly the pass to Green. Offline with the baseline jumper. For Portland, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Here's McCollum. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Whiteside.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free. George drops them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
And finished off by Hazonia.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
A nice shot by George.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
Now here's McCollum. From the wing. Another shot. Whiteside, good. Whiteside's got 12 points in just the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Williams. They grab their own miss. Moves back up. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Whiteside throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Great body control. Whiteside finishing through contact and gets the and one.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Green. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
It's hard to intimidate Whiteside because he's usually the guy on the end doing the intimidating.
George, that's a two-pointer. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates. Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Pass to Harrell. Williams against McCollum. Williams kicks to George. And it's blocked by Whiteside. They push it up 4-on-3. The pass to Hazania. Dishes it to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And they double up Whiteside. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And Portland has possession. Hazonia finds Lillard. And here's Hood to take the lead. Hits it from three-point range. Hood's got 8 here in the quarter.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Leonard looking around. Leonard draws the double. On the wing, Williams. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Doubled by McCollum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Clippers have possession. Lillard against Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
I mean, a dunk machine dating back to high school. Montrezl Harrell is an absolute monster around the rim.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 22 points. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Williams. Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. Harrell, the pass to Beverly. Now, here's Leonard. The shot from the low post is good. Leonard's got 37.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
McCollum against Williams. For the three. They get the rebound. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That's on Lou Williams.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
LA's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded close. Over in the corner, Williams. The three ball. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 15 rebounds here tonight. And now here's his own. He's covered by Leonard. Williams against McCollum. Here's Whiteside. Just 5 on the clock. That one good for 2. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And memo to the rest of the team, continue to get him the basketball. He's clearly delivering here in the fourth.
And it's Leonard missing. And now here's Hazonia. He's tightly guarded. Lillard from outside. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Over Beverly. A putback. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers shooting in the fourth quarter. 50%. Out to the wing. Passes it to Williams. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And he converts the layup.
As the game tightens, I like Lou Williams' mentality. Never gets too high or too low.
Lillard against Beverly. And Lillard gets double. Here's Hazonia. Here's Whiteside. Makes it off the glass. Whiteside's got 24 points.
You never know when your number's going to be called. Hassan Whiteside answering the...
George against, here we go. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. George against Hood. And George, here we go. Money!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They lead by 2. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Going to bat.
Time here. They're down by 4. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. in the fourth. And George with the stuff.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably suffer.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up by 2. 27 seconds left in the game. Defense on him. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And a wide-open look for Hood. Buries it from outside.
They're in total command of this game with time.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
So the Trailblazers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.